This video was made possible thanks to our wonderful sponsor Unbound Nation. They are a gaming DAO, they focus on play and earn games, they're currently in Axie Infinity and Peg Axie, they're looking to expand into games like Splinterlands, so if you're looking for a scholarship or a gaming opportunity, join the link in the description below. In today's episode we're going to cover how to level up your cards, the best way to level up your cards, and everything you need to know about that. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to level up your card, because then you can just, if the rest of it's not important, you can then just leave and then you're done. So if you're a new person and you're playing Splinterlands for the first time and you've earned some reward cards or you've bought some cards, you'll have things like this. So this is your collection under your cards. So the number at the top right represents how many cards you have, but it doesn't tell you the total amount. So you can see here my Wave Runner is level 4. So you'll see here I've got a level 4, a level 2 and a level 1. Then you'll have a item called BCX, which is Base Card Experience. And then there'll be a number which is to next level. So a useful button is the stats button, and it basically tells you at level 1 you only need 1 card. At level 2 you need 5, so that's what the BCX stands for. So a level 2 has 5, so that means that a level 2 has 5 level 1s combined into it, and a level 4 in this case has 30 combined into it. So if I wanted to combine all of these together, I would have a level 4 with, and then this number from 0 would just change to 6. So it would still be a level 4, but now with 6 out of 30 cards. And there's no point to doing that. It's not exactly what you need. So if you've just bought your Chaos Legion packs and you've opened them, let's find a nice card that I can combine. Pellico Deceiver, that's a good one. So you can see here, I've already combined 98 of them together. In order to achieve the next level, I need 40 cards. So at level 5, it would only need 60, but because I want to make a level 6, and at level 6 then I unlock Backfire, what I would want to do is combine it like this, and then you'll see this will combine 3 cards, which is my level 5, 2 level 1s, into a level 6, and then 0 progression towards level 7. Are you sure you want to do this? It can't be undone. If I were to do this and combine them, it will create a level 1 with 1 out of 4 cards towards level 2. So load. So now we have a level 1, but it has 2 BXC compared to the other ones. But if I were still to combine it, it would still give me the same output because it has just more experience than a normal level 1. So that's how you combine cards. Now I'm going to explain why you want to combine cards and when you should combine cards and the best way to combine cards. What you should first do, so the very first thing that you should do when you want to combine cards is firstly, you've got to look at where you play. So you can go into this league button, and depending on how much you want to invest in the game, you basically should be building your deck for what league you're aiming to be in. So if you are going to be in bronze, you can see that you are limited by these rarities. So commons can only go up to level 3, rares can only go up to level 2, epics can only go up to level 2, and a legendary can only be level 1. In silver, it progressively gets larger and larger, so 3, 2, 2, 1 suddenly becomes 5, 4, 3, 2, so everything went up. In gold, it's 8, 6, 5, 3, and then in diamond and above, it's just maxed at 10, 8, 6, 4. But typically, if you're playing this game, I think you would be choosing between gold and silver. You can, I mean, if you look at my deck, it plays silver and gold, and the summoners are only level 3, some of them. So it is possible. You don't have to max out, but you definitely wouldn't want to buy cards that are higher level than the league that you're planning to play in. So firstly, you've got to learn your limit levels. The second thing that you need to know when it comes to leveled cards is if your summoner is not leveled, then your monsters cannot be used. So if you play with a level 1 summoner, a rare level 1 summoner in this case, what you will do is you can only play with rare level 1 monsters. So it doesn't matter if you have a level 10 monster, if the summoner is only level 1 or level 2, the monster gets reduced to that level because the summoner isn't high enough level to use the monster. So the very first cards you would want to level, or the first cards you would want to rent, are leveled summoners, so that way they enable you to play leveled monsters. So unlike monsters which get different stats and different abilities when you level them up, if you click on the stats of a summoner, what it shows you is as you level up your summoners, it shows you what monsters you can then use with them. And these are levels. So a level 1 Kyler can use level 1 legendaries, epics, rares, and commons. A level 2 can then suddenly use level 3 commons. A level 2 can then use level 2 rares, level 2 epics, and still a level 1 legendary, and then it progressively gets larger and larger. So as I said, we remember our limits. So if you want to play in gold, the maximum amount of levels is level 6. So these are your thresholds. If you play in silver, the max is level 4, and then bronze should be level 2. So as we said, first thing we do is we get our summoners. The second thing we do is when you level up your monsters, you should look at what stats and what abilities are important to you. So giving an example of one that's really important is something like the Zenith Monk. So at level 1, his stats are 1 damage, 3 speed, 6 HP. But you'll see that if you get him to level 2, he gets the ability heal. And heal is so strong that it's honestly, it's just, you can't compare it to anything else. Heal is so strong that to get this to be level 2 is so important compared to just playing a level 1. That said, there are cards that you don't need to be that aren't worth leveling up. And that's if you get them higher level. And I've made the mistake, and the best example is a Curse Slime Ball. So at level 1, it is 1/1/1. At level 2, it's still 1/1/1. So this is a really bad card to level up. You would basically only want to buy more of these cards to get it either to level 3, or you would want to push it to be level 6 so that it gets redemption. This level 1 to level 2 is super bad. It's definitely not worth it. Unfortunately, there are some cards like that. Most cards aren't like that, fortunately, but there are some cards that are like that. The other thing is, typically your level 1 and your level 2 aren't too different. You might get 1 HP or you might get 1 additional speed, which is okay. But the big upgrades that you want to look for is 1 more damage or something much larger like an ability. I can give you another good example. Let's use Untamed Epics. Let's go all cards. So a Goblin Fire Mage at level for 4 mana, he does 1 magic damage, 2 speed, 3 HP. Very underwhelming, but once you get him to level 2, he gets a additional damage, and then it becomes significantly better. So I think important things in order are, now that you guys know how to combine your cards, is you must look at where you want to play, what league. Get your summoners to be high enough level so that way your monsters can be high enough level, and then find which are your important monsters that you play regularly, and then get them to the desired level that you want. So like a card I use all the time, Serpentine Spy. When you look at it at level 1, it gains 1 speed. At level 3, it gains 1 HP. At level 4, it gains 1 speed. At level 5, it gets at 1 damage. So you might look at this and go, okay, well, I play in silver, so the maximum I can get it a common to is level 5, and at level 5 I get that extra damage. I'm gonna buy a level 5 Serpentine Spy. It's really important. So then now it comes to buying your cards that you want to level up. And here is the biggest trick. When you buy individual cards, they are the most expensive. So I'm not going to use any of the cards that are in print because that is a lot harder to demonstrate with. But looking at older cards, let's use the Serpentine Spy. So that was a good example. But what you can see here is if you were to buy individuals, so let's say level 1s, and you wanted to buy, we wanted to get to level 5, you would need 60 of them. 60 times like 2.05, 2.66, you would be spending, what, 60 times that? So 100, 120, about 150 US dollars for a level 5, and then you would combine them all. But what you can see is that people sell pre-leveled up cards at a much cheaper price. So instead of paying 2.50 per BXC, so each individual one, instead of paying $2.50 for it, if you straight away just bought a level 5 off the market, you would be paying 80 cents less per Serpentine Spy because it's already leveled up. Most of the time, level 10s, level 8s are the cheapest ones, and then level 1s and level 2s are the most expensive ones. So in that case, that's why I said it's really important to decide what league you want to play in, because it's just more cost effective to buy pre-leveled up cards from people that have already combined their cards than to buy individuals and craft them. So in this case, to buy a level 6 is 48 US dollars. You're paying 0.48. Where if you were to buy singles, you'd be paying 0.67 for each cave slug. But that said, you might not want a level 6 because that could just be too high level for you, and then it's a waste. Because you can see the jump between a level 5, oh, sorry about that, but the jump between a level 5 from 60 level 1s to a level 6 is nearly, well, it's 40% more. I was going to say nearly 50% more, but it's exactly 40% more. And you might not want to pay, you might not want to buy 40% more cards. So you've got to establish that, like, you've got to find that balance. So if you look at a Goblin Thief, you might look at it and say, okay, I need at least a level 4 because I want that extra damage. And I would need 30 of them. So if we look for a Goblin Thief for sale, this is a lot more clear. It's cheaper to buy level 8s, it's cheaper to buy level 6. And then you'll look at it and go, okay, well, to buy level 6, which is 100, it's 0.6, so 60 US dollars. I don't need that. I only wanted a level 4. To buy a level 4 at 0, so you can just see it right there. You'd be paying 21. Let's say this wasn't available and it wasn't on the market. You would still be buying all of the level 1s as well as you pick up some level 2s to use them to craft. But you would be paying around 22 US dollars, and that might be more worth it for you. The final thing to share is the debate of, do you want to level up your cards? So when you level up your cards, it is without a doubt that you lose value, because cards sell the most value when they are level 1s, because they just hold their value much better than if you combine them. So the argument of, do you want to combine them versus keep them as singles, that's completely debatable and up to you. I will say this though, you will earn more and you will win more games by having combined cards, because your cards have a better chance of winning because you'll have additional bonuses with new abilities, with additional damage, with additional HP, as well as additional speed. If you play tournaments, even something as small as 1 speed actually matters it could impact whether or not you win that round. So it is important for that reason. Another thing that you can do is go with gold cards. So gold cards are a lot more expensive and they have a lot more utility. They give you additional bonuses in terms of DEC rentals, but the other thing gold cards do is that they don't start at level 1. Your commons are starting at, let's look at Untamed. Your commons start at level 3 compared to at level 1. Your rares will start at level 2, your epics will start at level 2, and your legendaries start at level 2. So by playing with gold cards, you automatically have leveled up cards, and more importantly, it is then easier to maintain their value because they are essentially a 1BXC gold foil card. So gold foils could be another option to how you level up your cards or level up your deck, but they are typically far more expensive. So using the example of a cave slug, it is $14, or a goblin thief, it's $14 for a level 3. So you'll see it's a 1BXC for a level 3, $14. If you were to suddenly compare it to a regular foil, goblin thief, do we have level 3? No. Let's look at cave slug. Do we have a level 3? So $14, where this is $8.54. So you're going to be paying $5.50. So 30-40% additional funds for having the gold foil bonuses, which then allows you to play gold, like you could either build a gold foil deck and play gold foil tournaments, as well as you earn additional DEC by using gold foil cards, but you don't have to combine your cards and have a level 3. So that's the other option. I hope this helps, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. So please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what you want me to do next. And if you're a new player, please use the promo code and I'll happily send you the $0.5 back to you. It just lets me know that people are watching and using the promo, and I'm helping new players join the community. Also, if you find me on the Discord, just pop me a message. I'll happily delegate any of the new players some power.